Hey guys, this is Kyle from thefinancemajor.com. If you haven't already, please click down below to subscribe. It really helps the channel out. So today I'm going to be showing you exactly how to buy stocks for yourself if you're doing this on your own. So maybe you're investing seriously now, maybe you're ready to really start planning for your future. Maybe you've just got a little bit of extra money to play with, or maybe you're just here to learn how to do it when you do have the money. So the first thing you need to do is to open a brokerage account. So you've probably heard the names like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, E-Trade, Scottrade. Those names, those are all brokerage accounts. And when you open a brokerage account, most of them have like a checking account or a settlement account that kind of acts as a checking account. Basically, you're able to just pull money seamlessly from that account into your trading account, your brokerage account. And you can also direct deposit money into it, which makes it very easy. So maybe you also want to keep your expenses separate. For example, I have a Chase account, which I just use for my everyday expenses. And then I keep all of my trading money, all of the money I'm investing, completely separate in my Charles Schwab account. So when you're picking out a brokerage account, you really want to pay attention to the fee structure. So it's either going to be a set dollar amount or a percentage. So for example, Charles Schwab, any trade that I make, whether I'm buying a security or selling it, it's going to be $4.95 each way. So it's just a set amount. The percentages can work against you if you're working with large sums of money. For example, just if you're taking 1% of $1 million, that's a much larger sum than the $4.95. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Like I said, I do have a Charles Schwab brokerage account. Let's log in here. So this first page here is just showing my brokerage account along with my associated checking account. So let's actually go to one of Charles Schwab's trading platforms, TradeSource. This is just kind of their cloud version of a trading platform. And each brokerage is going to have a little bit different platform than the other. Okay, so here it is. As you can see here, this is showing my portfolio, and these are some of the stocks up here in my bookmarks that I kind of keep tabs on. So you've got Amazon, Pepsi, Procter & Gamble, McDonald's, GM. I'm not really a fan of GM, but Warren Buffett follows them, so I try to keep tabs on them as well. This is a utilities mutual fund through Vanguard, Caterpillar, and I'm kind of into aerospace and defense companies. So this is Northrop Grumman. This is an index of aerospace and defense. You got Walmart, Google, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Duke Energy, AT&T, Boeing, Johnson & Johnson, Southwest Airlines, Grubhub. So these are just some of the examples of companies that I keep tabs on. And if you scroll down here, it gives you a ton of data on these companies. So for example, a lot of people know the company Snapchat. So if you start typing in any company, you're going to have a few options that pop up. So there's Snap-on Incorporated here, and it looks like Goldman Sachs has some type of investment product that you can click on as well. But we're going to go right here to Snap. So you can actually type in the ticker, which is just Snap, or you can start typing in the full name of the company. Either one should come up. So if we take a look here, it shows the current price. When I'm filming this right now, the market is actually closed, so this isn't going to be fluctuating anytime while we're talking. But yeah, if you scroll down, you can see some data on the company. This shows you the stock price performance. This shows a weekly looks like they had their IPO in early 2017, and this is how the stock has performed since, which it's not very good. And also, if you scroll down here even further, it gives you some more data. So they don't pay a dividend, but if a company did pay dividends, it would give you some information here. So maybe the next dividend date or their dividend yield. Also, this section is very helpful. So I mean, like I said, each brokerage platform is going to be a little bit different, but all of them should offer in some form some type of equity research or some type of research you can do on each of these companies. One that I like to reference quite a bit, some of these aren't very good, some of them are much better than others. Credit Suisse Research actually produces pretty good reports. So I usually, if Credit Suisse does do a report on a company, that's usually what I check out first. So here you can see that they have Snapchat listed as outperform. And let's check out the research report really quick just to get an idea of what it looks like. And it looks like the most recent report that they've produced was published on February 6th, 2019. Let's check it out. So yeah, this is an equity research report under the software category within tech. And if you look over here, it shows the Credit Suisse's rating as outperform. And you shouldn't rely on these reports completely. You definitely want to do your own research. You want to take other people's opinions with a grain of salt. Obviously, their research can definitely help you out in forming your own opinion, but don't just read a couple articles online, just reaffirming your opinion on the certain company and going to buy it, and then being angry later that maybe you lost your ass on it. So definitely do your research, use these things to your benefit, but don't rely completely on them. Take them with a grain of salt. So you can see Credit Suisse has Snap rated as an outperform. When they published this equity research report, apparently the stock price was at $7.04, and this target price, so meaning that they expect the price to be here within the next 12 months or so. They actually raised this from $9.50 to $10.50, which is a pretty big move in terms of percentage. So if you scroll down here, they just give a little bit of a summary here at the beginning. They kind of summarize the financial statements. And this is always a nice little visual to check out as well in Credit Suisse reports. They show the target price, they show the current price, gray sky, so if a ton of things went wrong, basically, or if a ton of things went right, here's what the prices may look like. So yeah, these reports are pretty helpful. And so once you're actually ready to make a decision on a security, whether you want to buy it or if you already have shares, if you want to sell it, you could just click here. So Snap Inc., maybe I did my research. I've been reading about them for a while, I've gone through their financial statements, and I actually want to buy. Okay, so it shows that the symbol Snap, it's a stock or an ETF. For simplicity's sake, we'll just buy 100 shares, but you can edit that. You can mark that up or down, or you can just actually, type a number in here. You don't have to do even numbers. And I always elect to reinvest my dividends. So whenever, if a company pays dividends, which Snap actually doesn't, as we saw earlier, but companies like AT&T, Johnson & Johnson, they're going to be paying quarterly dividends. And this is basically just saying that when they do distribute dividends to you, Charles Schwab, your brokerage account is automatically just going to take those dividends and reinvest them in the company that you originally bought shares in. And they're always going to be fractional shares. They're not going to be even. It's not just going to give you, 1, 10, 100 shares. From those dividends, it's going to give you fractional shares. And also you can set an order type. So a lot of times when I'm buying a stock, I don't actually place a market order. So a market order would buy the stock at the current price, the best price that you can currently get. It'll just go into the market and snatch the best price that it can currently get. Or what I like to do is set a limit order. So maybe the stock's been fluctuating a little bit today, and I think it'll drop a little bit more before the trading day is over. So maybe I'll set the limit price at 750. So basically, I'm not going to be buying the stock until it drops to 750 before the day is over. So basically, if you look here, the stock price, like I said, the market's closed right now, but say it was open. The stock price is currently $9.10, and this is actually placing a limit order of $7.50. So I'm not buying the stock unless it drops to $7.50. And if I set this order, it's going to automatically do that for me. And over here, you can see the estimated amount. It automatically calculates that for you. So it's easy as that. This is how you buy a stock. And like I said, every brokerage is going to be different. They're all going to have different platforms. They're all going to look a little bit different. They're all very similar. They have similar information. So the internet's your friend. Use it to your advantage. And hopefully you feel more comfortable when you're looking to go and buy stocks for yourself. Thanks for listening, guys.